Hello everybody, my name is Staff Sergeant Timothy Adkins. I'm currently a student here at AMU, and the purpose of this speech is to inform you of the impact that my character has played in my life, as well as the character that is portrayed from everybody else. As an overview, I'd like to briefly touch on the topic of my background, my time in foster care, as well as my eventually being adopted by my aunt and uncle and being raised on their farm, as well as my time in the Air Force. Another main point I'd like to touch on is the values that were taught to me as a child, such as finishing what you've started and following through with what you say. Now that we've briefly covered what we are going to talk about, let's dig a little further into my background as a child and how it has shaped my future. Now, my background as a child, was put in foster care as a child. I went in foster care about the age of 10, adopted by my aunt and uncle at about the age of 11. The time I spent on a farm with my aunt and uncle was actually pretty much what I consider as my adolescenthood. My time on a farm taught me a lot of life lessons that I cherish to this day. These life lessons are really what define me as a person. I've taken these life lessons and I've eventually joined the Air Force, as you can probably tell with my outfit. My time in the Air Force, I've tried to build my character and show everybody, my bosses, my subordinates, on the value and importance of character. Now that I'm no longer a child, I strive to continue the life lessons that I learned. Which brings me to my next point of the image that is received by everyone else. Now, this image is important to me, such as things that you don't necessarily see as a person, but others people see it, such as a first impression. Your first impression is huge in your character. The first impression goes forever. You can never get it back. It is one of those things that, based on a first impression, people judge your character and they judge who you are. Now, I think a huge part in character is finishing what you started. Finishing what you started may seem simple, but a lot of big tasks are not finished simply because someone puts it aside or whatever the case may be. The fact of finishing what you started, to me, has played a very important role in my character. I strive every day to finish what I started, and if I can't start it, or if I can't finish it, I try not to start it. Another point I'd like to bring up is following through with what you say. Now, following through what you say is as simple as, if you say you're going to get something done, do it. All too often we find that somebody either said they were going to do something, or you talked to them on the phone and you told them and they said that this was going to happen and it never happened. So, to me, following through with what you say is also another big point, and it has a lot of impact on my character and my own personal beliefs on what it means to follow through with what you say. Now, in conclusion, I'd like to briefly touch over the topics I talked about, such as my background in foster care, my background on a farm, my background in the Air Force, as well as the values that were taught to me as a child, such as finishing what I started and following through with what I say. Now, the purpose was for you to use this information to gain a better understanding of the importance of character and how it can help shape the future of not only us, but as our children as well. Now, in closing, I'd like to leave you with this thought by Dr. Martin Luther King. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moment of comfort and convenience, but it's where he stands at times in challenge and controversy. Thank you.